I'm going to show you guys how to make another kind of egg. Today we're going to do poached eggs, and this one's a little different than the other ones I've shown you. So we're going to take the same skillet and we're going to fill it up like water, as you've seen here. And you're gonna heat it up. You're not going to bring it to a boil, but you're going to heat it up. Hopefully you can see there's bubbles on the bottom there, a little condensation. You want to get it hot enough to cook the egg in. So while that's still cooking a little bit, we're going to take our egg. We're just going to crack it into a glass here. So we have the egg in a glass. Bring this a little closer. Okay. So now we're going to want to clear the bubbles off the bottom here. So we're just going to use our little spatula to kind of get the bubbles out of here. And I know a lot of people with poached eggs will add vinegar. They have to add vinegar. They have to make a whirlpool to make poached eggs. This specific way of making it, you don't need to do that since it is in a little in a little skillet like this. You don't need to. You just pour it right in. So now that we have the bubbles off the bottom there, you're going to turn the heat down a little bit once you have it heated up. We're just going to very carefully pour the egg right into the pan. Hopefully you guys can see that. And what it's doing now is it's cooking the egg just in the boiling water. It cooks very quick. Kind of has a cool look to it. Takes about 2 or 3 minutes. You can add some salt to the water. No pepper yet, that would ruin it. This usually goes very good with toast, so I'll make a piece of toast and put it on for you guys. So it's properly presented. And every so often you're just going to want to touch it. See how it's doing. It's still cooking. Still needs to stay in there a little bit. The goal is for it not to be mushy when you pull it out. It should be just nice and kind of like firm, but a little jiggly, kind of like an egg that's hard boiled. I'm actually not the biggest fan of poached eggs, but I didn't know how to make it, so I figured I'd put it on here for you guys because it is a way that I would think a lot of people don't know how to make. It's kind of a different way of making eggs, different than most people making scrambled eggs or an omelet, things like that. So we're getting there here. Still looks like it's a little too loose to pull out. So we're going to leave it for another minute or so. So for my last video, I'm going to show you guys how to make an omelet. I decided not to do scrambled eggs. I figured the majority of the people, that would be the one that they would know how to make most. So I figured I'd make 5 things that I thought would be not harder to make, but less frequently made than the common standard scrambled eggs. This one being the least common, I think this one's gonna be very different. So now you just want to pull it out. You want to touch it, see if it's loose. It's still a little loose, so I'm gonna leave it in there. For about 30 more seconds here. Okay, so I'm going to pull it out here. Very slippery. Bear with me for a second, guys. So with the poached egg, you just want to kind of cut off these ragged ends here. You can. There it is, a poached egg. You put it right in the bread. It's nice and soft. If you open it up, you have the yolk right there, ready to go.